6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has thanked the Saudi Investment Minister for his efforts and commitment towards strong economic cooperation with Pakistan. Pakistan and Vietnam have agreed to strengthen bilateral trade relations and promote tourism potential. Shahbaz Sharif has arrived in Doha to hold talks with the leadership of Qatar to explore new areas of cooperation in trade and investment. Azerbaijan has appreciated the professionalism and sacrifices of the Pakistan Armed Forces. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference says New Delhi's claims of normalcy in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir cannot obscure harsh realities on the ground. The United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees has described scenes in northern Gaza as catastrophic. And now the news in detail. Saudi Arabia has announced to add another $600 million to its recently announced $2.2 billion investment in Pakistan. The announcement was made in a joint press stakeout by the Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif and the Saudi Investment Minister Khalid bin Abdulaziz Al Faleh in Riyadh today. Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif said Pakistan and Saudi Arabia are marching together to strengthen their brotherly relations. He said both the sides would work on the timelines of the project and expressed the hope that under the leadership of Saudi Crown Prince, both the sides would strengthen bilateral relations not only for the benefit of the people of Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, but the entire Muslim Ummah. The Prime Minister thanked the Saudi support in securing the IMF program. He expressed satisfaction that the Memoranda of Understanding signed a few weeks ago are now under implementation. In his remarks, the Saudi Minister of Investment recalled that during his recent visit to Pakistan, the two sides had concluded 27 Memoranda of Understanding valued at $2.2 billion. He said this number has now increased to 34 MOUs. He said the value of these agreements has also increased to $2.8 billion. The Saudi Minister of Investment said 5 of the Memoranda of Understanding are already operational. Earlier, the Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif held a meeting with the Saudi Investment Minister Engineer Khalid bin Abdulaziz Al Faleh and the advisor at the Saudi Royal Court Mohammed bin Masjid Al Tuwajri in Riyadh. Both the sides reviewed the progress on various economic initiatives between the two countries. Recalling the Saudi Investment Minister's recent visit to Pakistan earlier this month, along with a large private sector delegation, the Prime Minister noted that the business-to-business MOUs signed in Pakistan during the visit have started to materialize into solid investment and commercial deals. The Prime Minister thanked the Minister Khalid Al Faleh for his efforts and commitment towards strong economic cooperation with Pakistan. Pakistan and Vietnam have reaffirmed the commitment to strengthening people-to-people ties and promoting tourism between the two countries. The resolve was expressed at a meeting between the Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif and the Vietnamese counterpart Pham Minh Chinh on the sidelines of the 8th Future Investment Initiative Conference in Riyadh today. During the meeting, the two leaders discussed ways to strengthen bilateral relations, particularly in trade and investment. Shahbaz Sharif expressed Pakistan's desire to enhance its ties with Vietnam while highlighting the immense potential of the two countries to increase trade and investment cooperation. He proposed an exchange of trade and business delegations between both the countries to further explore these opportunities. While appreciating Vietnam's role in the ASEAN region, he sought support for Pakistan's efforts to become a full dialogue partner of ASEAN. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has arrived in Doha at the invitation of the Emir of the State of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. The Prime Minister and the Qatari leadership during their meetings in Doha will review the entire gamut of bilateral relations and explore new areas of cooperation, especially in trade and investment. The leadership-level delegations of Qatar Investment Authority and Qatar Businessmen Association will call on the Prime Minister to explore investment opportunities in Pakistan. Shehbaz Sharif will also inaugurate cultural exhibition Manzar Art and Architecture in Pakistan from 1940 to present. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan and Azerbaijan have discussed enhancement of existing defense ties in multiple domains. An understanding to this effect was reached during meetings of the Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee, General Sahir Shamshad Mirza, with the Azerbaijan President Ilham Aliyev and other Azerbaijan officials in Baku. During the interaction, both the sides appreciated deep and historic relations between the two countries and discussed matters of mutual interest, including evolving security dynamics of the region. The Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee highlighted the importance of enhanced military cooperation between Pakistan and Azerbaijan and reaffirmed collective commitment towards peace and stability. Azerbaijani leadership appreciated the professionalism and sacrifices of the Pakistan Armed Forces and acknowledged the commonality of views to expand the existing cooperation by exploring multiple avenues to forge deeper ties with Pakistan. Pakistan has called for the preservation of balance in the defense capabilities of states at the lowest level of armaments and military forces. Speaking at a key United Nations panel, Pakistani delegate Atif Raza underscored the special responsibility of military significant states in promoting regional security. He said conventional arms control, risk reduction, and confidence building measures have laid the groundwork for peace in many regions of the world. The Pakistan envoy said when a state spurs these regional approaches because it perceives its global ambitions as incompatible, it obstructs the path to peace. He said without progress towards eliminating underlying disputes and causes of mistrust between states, the utility of confidence-building measures diminishes. He further said regional security is global security and denying one imperils the other. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference says the Modi-led regime's claims of normalcy cannot obscure the harsh realities on the ground as occupied Jammu and Kashmir continues to suffer under intense repression. In a statement in Srinagar, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference spokesman, Advocate Abdur Rashid Minhas, expressed deep concern over the relentless bloodshed of innocent civilians. He deplored that the situation has worsened, especially after the recent elections, which the Modi regime has bragged about as a solution to the Kashmir issue. 102 Palestinians were martyred and 267 injured in the unabated Israeli strikes across besieged Gaza during the last 24 hours. The United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees has described scenes in northern Gaza as catastrophic. The municipality of Beth Laia in northern Gaza has also declared the town a disaster area. Videos shared online show that no civil defense team, no ambulance have been allowed to access and rescue the wounded in Beth Laia, as many people are still trapped under the rubble. A siege for the past 3 weeks continues and there is no water, no food or aid. People are now forced to drink dirty water. In Spain, at least 51 people have been killed in flash floods in Valencia province. And finally, the weather report. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, partly cloudy conditions are likely in Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.